Hello, everyone. Hello, how are you doing? So I hope you are pumped with Bitcoin at 51, 52K range. ETH is also running with Bitcoin. So market is in green day after a short red spike yesterday. I will discuss about current Bitcoin scenario, up and down move, possible upcoming, S&P 500, as well as the macro and micro market of overall stock, crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoin, and S&P 500. US dollar strength. So it will be a massive show. If you like the content, if you think it adds value to you, please feel free to hit the like button and please comment below how you are enjoying. So first, in order to get an overall picture of the market, the dollar Dixie, the dollar index. So Dixie suggests that how strong or how weak the market is. As you can see currently, the Dixie is 104 level. As you can see that in last September 2022, end of 2022, during the FTX collapse, just before that, the Dixie was in top, local top. Then from there, it slowly dropped until around 100 level, then small bounce, and then come back to 99 level, and from there it bounced back and came back to the original region. And that is the time when S&P 500 ran. That is the time when Bitcoin started bouncing from 15, 16K. Ethereum started bouncing from 1200. So, and altcoin started getting a little bit of rally. Not all altcoin is moving, but some of them are moving. Some of them are underperforming. I will come to there. But first, to understand the S&P 500 goes inversely with Dixie. So DXY is the dollar index. When dollar get weaker, then S&P gets stronger. And when S&P dollar gets stronger, S&P become weaker. But recently in this region, as you can see, here is the, let me grab the tool. As you can see here, the Dixie started rising a little bit, but S&P is not responding. S&P is still running forward. So that is a little bit of divergence. So either Dixie has to calm down here or S&P has to rise. So I'll discuss very soon. Wait a moment, let me erase. Okay, so first of all, where Dixie is standing at this moment. So Dixie came all the way from 114 all the way to 101, and then it broke the trend but holded this bottom phase, bottom range, and then came with a small deviation and then one more large deviation, and everybody was thinking that Dixie is going to fall, but then it bounced back and came back. So where it is sitting now currently, this is in weekly time frame. So this is the downtrend which is rising now, and this is the Fibonacci 618 and 786 region, and it is entering there. So there are two kind of possibility. One possible scenario is Dixie fall little bit, and we do not know that if it will fall all the way back here or it will go up. So or it will just stay here. Or the other scenario is, sorry, let me make it red. And so this is the possible. Let me grab the brush. Yes, so this is a red scenario, and so, and this is the green scenario. So this is the green scenario. So and this is also large Fibonacci, which is from here all the way down there, and this is 618 and 786 golden region. So the question is whether Dixie will stop here or Dixie will go all the way here. So even it goes here, there will be little more undecided phase, and then it will go there. So now, where are we standing in the market cycle? In the market cycle, that the Federal Reserve is currently saying that it is difficult to reduce the interest rate, which is very high at this moment, the highest in this market cycle in the last 4 years. So and market was expecting to reduce the rate in March. So if the rate does not get reduced in March, then there is a potential chance it can go to all the way here, or even all-time high in double top. That is a possibility, but that is a secondary scenario to go all the way here. First, we observe until here and we evaluate from there. Or the Fed soon in March reduce the rate, interest rate, then it will come down. So that will decide, the decision of Fed will decide whether Dixie will go all the way high over there or there, or it will come down from here. So where is the stochastic oscillator and RSI staying? The stochastic oscillator, stochastic RSI is slowly rising, and it is not reached to to the upper zone. So as you can see that this is 80 region of stochastic RSI. So that means there are still more upside here, and that upside may lead to here double top or all the way here. So there is upside is local upside momentum is more likely scenario than the downside momentum, according to the stochastic RSI. And in the RSI, we also see RSI is slowly rising above the average line, the yellow average line. So RSI is rising. So therefore, the Dixie is rising. Now, in the daily time frame, we can see that there is a local overbought region of stochastic RSI, and RSI is also quite going a little bit higher. It is suggesting that there can be a small time frame pullback, but eventually it will go higher according to the RSI and stochastic RSI. But ultimately, the decision will be the Dixie upside or downside momentum will be decided by the decision of Federal Reserve. So, what is S&P 500? Sorry, so the Dixie, the trend of Dixie is currently as you can see that there is a short time resistance is coming over here. So it is likely to hit note the price 105.78. So it is likely to hit that zone before deciding either upside or downside. And from there we shall evaluate where we are likely to head to. Okay, so very good. So observe the price range 105.78. So that's the resistance. So let me okay. So in S&P 500, you can see that this is weekly. So weekly S&P 500, you can see that S&P SPX is all-time high. So in December 21, which was the previous bull market top, has been taken recently. And currently, this resistance now behaving as local support. So when a trend hits the resistance and cross the resistance, that resistance becomes support. So this region 4,800 level is currently behaving as support. And then there is another support is over here around 4,600. And then there is another trend support is over here. But now S&P is also in critical situation that this is the uptrend has been running while Dixie was rising. So either Dixie has to drop or S&P has to bounce from here, bounce towards the downside. Now, which is the possible case? So normally when a resistance is broken, then it retests that resistance before it rises very far. So even in case S&P will rise very far, for example, in case if that is the case, then it has to locally fall temporarily over here before it rises. Or if it falls, then from here it can fall maybe here. And then after that it can rise or it can fall. We can decide, or it can fall all the way directly here. So if it falls over here, then after crossing one resistance, two resistance, there is likely to have a bounce back over here. So, but if it bounce from here, then it will see temporary resistance and then either likely to come down here. So we shall evaluate from this region. Okay. So let me erase. We shall evaluate from this region. But now this retest will happen from here, or market is likely to go up and then this retest happen. So retest has to happen before it rise. But from where that decide, again, the FOMC decision likely. And also the Friday PPI. So there is a PPI number which normally Federal Reserve look at more than the CPI. Yesterday, CPI number was bad than expected, little bit bad. So, so CPI was higher than expected. So market reacted, little bit local red, and then again started rising. So look at yesterday when CPI, let me erase. So yesterday when CPI number was not good, then look at how market reacted. So S&P fell all the way to the support, and then the bull immediately reacted over here. It was almost breaking. The bull has reacted. So this is the trend line. Look at the trend line. Over here, one support, two support, almost three support, and then this is the fourth support. So 4 times it bounced back from this trend line. So this is a very solid trend line for the local trend. Now, then bull reacted. So it became a little bit of gap. So S&P likely to, even in case it falls, it will likely to fill this gap before it falls. Or from there, we can decide if it will break the upper resistance and go all-time high again. But notice that there is a topping tail over here. So topping tail means that when the market is like at least in local top for from a very large time. So the previous time market was top over 2021. So this is that top, okay, that far, two years far, and the market is rejecting from this price. So what topping tail means? That market strongly rejected 5048 mark, and then it came back, and then the tail is larger than the body, and the body has to be, the closing has to be in 25% from the bottom. So that is the definition of topping tail. So what does it mean? So it means that as long as it is valid, so this is the local top. So can topping tail be negated? Yes, of course, it can. What is the possibility? The probability of topping tail is significantly strong. So the probability of topping tail play out here, given the market situation, is quite high. But can stopping tail be negated? Yes, of course. So we are talking about in terms of probability. The probability of this local top is quite higher than the downside, than the upside. So how topping tail can be negated? So if any price closes above this top line, yes, above 5048, then this will behave as local resistance, and the probability of downside is more than upside. And as you can see, that stochastic RSI is also coming down, so market has to react. So there is a divergence. So look at here. So this is the RSI over here, where the price was somewhere here, and then RSI came down while the RSI came down while the price over went up. So what does it mean? So this was down while price was high. So that is the bearish divergence. So and market reacted from here. It immediately came down. So, but then is it down or there is a more downside? That market will tell very soon. Now there is another divergence, another RSI divergence in a long term. This is a short term RSI divergence. Now long term RSI divergence, you can see here is the RSI was high, and here is lower high, here is lower high, while price was high, and then here higher high, and then here another higher high. So what does it tell? That strength of RSI strength was coming down lower and lower, while price was higher and higher. So that means this is also a bearish divergence, and this is a long-term bearish divergence. So that reaction has not happened yet. So, and should it happen here, or it will go higher and then it will react? So that market will tell over time. Okay, but so far the downside is more than upside, but market can remain bullish for some more time before it start reacting. But there is more downside than upside at this moment. All right, so this is S&P. Now the big daddy Bitcoin. So all right, so Bitcoin, good. So the Bitcoin monthly Bitcoin, you can see that in this month, Bitcoin raised approximately 21%. Previously, in this cycle, the last time it was higher than this, it was the 32%, and in 1 month. And here it was 45%. So as you can see that Bitcoin already in the territory in a month to rise quite high, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 continuous month, six continuous month Bitcoin has been rising without pulling back. So that is a very bullish sign. As you can see in the previous bull cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 months, it started pulling back before it started rising for all-time high. And that is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, Bitcoin in fifth month, Bitcoin started feeling little bit weakness, but then here the ETF scenario played out, and then it pushed the price. And now where is the price now? The price is currently in the golden Fibonacci pocket. So this is the top of previous cycle, and this is the bottom of until now in this cycle. We do not know if this is the bottom or there will be lower low, but until it has not been negated, so it is the local bottom. So from high, take the Fibonacci tool from top all the way to bottom, and then this is 618 and 786 region. Okay, there is a potential chance of rejected from this region, and that comes in synchronize with the weekly resistance over here. So this is the liquidity has been taken by Bitcoin 52K, and there is likely to go a little bit higher before it falls, in case it falls. And until then, the liquidity has not been taken completely. It might stay for 1 day or 2 more days, or even longer. So if it managed to go break through this liquidity zone and go higher, then it may go all the way up and then retest and then much higher. That is one possible scenario. And there is the bullish scenario and the bearish scenario, that it takes the liquidity, go a little bit higher around 53K zone, and then all the way back here. So this zone that many people have not able to enter even. Rather, people actually uh, when there was a big selling over here, people were actually leaving the Bitcoin. So as of now, you can see there is a tail over here, which is a very large in the weekly time frame, and there you can see that only one spike. So that means that not many buyers managed to buy there. So that means that this 39 40K zone has to revisit by Bitcoin. When, soon or later, that we don't know. But until then, the trend is your friend, and you can see this is a very big weekly push up for Bitcoin. And when such kind of trend happens, there is likely upside than more downside, at least for local time frame. Now, where is the first support? The first support is around 43K, 44K. Second support is around 41K, and third is 38. And if it manages to come down, then the lower side is 32K, 31,800. Can it go below? Yes, possible. But in order to play out below 32K currently, this is a massive support over here, over here, over here. So to fall below there, even 25K, the stock market has to crash. Can it happen? Yes, is it possible? Would it happen? We don't know. We wait and we evaluate every steps. We evaluate here, we evaluate here. I will update you as soon as I get the current scenario. So if you are you enjoying, please let me know in the comment below. So did you manage to catch this bottom, local bottom, before it rising to 52K? Please let me in the comment below. If you want to do some trading or investment, so I put in the you can check my uh, the the bonus link that in the description of this video. So there is a bonus link over here in Bybit, Maxi, OKX, Bluefin. So you will see that you can grab 30,000 deposit bonus. So you create a new account and then deposit some money. The money is yours, but you trade and you get extra bonuses. You can use it for bonus and you can win extra. So follow me on Twitter, X platform, and join me in the private Telegram channel. So this is a very new channel where I called for Kujira and I called for Kaspa. So and we took the trade on Kaspa. Let me see. What was the Kaspa trade? We started the Kaspa trade at 0.10104 very early. Now the current Kaspa price is around 0.14. So we made 123% gain, and there is a lot more upside upcoming if Bitcoin hold 50,000K, 50,000 USD, then there is more upside for Kaspa. So I will call, and don't miss those calls. Follow me on Twitter and Telegram and my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, it is a very new channel. So there will be a lot more alpha and more teaching in this channel. Then please feel free to subscribe. And if you like the content, please feel free to hit the like button. So what is the trend of Bitcoin at this moment? So the trend of Bitcoin is currently here. So the weekly trend is, you can see that it is quite running very high, and then there is a the parallel channel, and then parallel channel has been broken. So this is weekly parallel channel. You can see that this was the trend from the Bitcoin ETF, came all the way here, bounced back, and then it broke the upper. Let me readjust a little bit. Okay, so it broke the upper channel, and then there is a small resistance over here, and then it is likely to go 53, and that aligns with the Fibonacci as well as the local liquidity, which I have shown just before. So watch the price of 53K. That will decide whether Bitcoin will go high or it will reject from there. If this is the very critical week for Bitcoin, but currently Bitcoin stochastic RSI is sitting near the bottom in the weekly time frame. But in the same time, there are two divergences. So this is the RSI. RSI made lower low, while Bitcoin made the higher high. So that is a divergence. So either RSI has to ramp very fast, or the price has to come down in order to balance it. And likely scenario is that most of the cases, there will be some local pullback for Bitcoin in order to balance this divergence. Now, so daily time frame, you can see that the stochastic RSI is quite high at this moment. There is also divergence in daily time frame. This is higher high, lower high, lower high, and this is also a long-term lower high. And here you can see that high, higher high, and this is higher high. So this is the divergence. So price go higher and higher while RSI is lower and lower. And that divergence, if that play out, this is a very big divergence, then this whole uptrend will have some correction. And where will be the correction then? So the current Bitcoin local support is around 38 to 41 range, and higher is around 52 to 53 range. So note this price that this is the middle of the range of the liquidity. So around 53K, note this price. And in lower side, 38. So if 38 breaks, then there is 35, there is little bit of support, but ultimately after 35, then 32. And I think that before the Bitcoin start the mega bull run, there are a lot of liquidity here, and that has to grab, Bitcoin has to grab that before it start running. Until then, it may happen that either Bitcoin will come down straight or Bitcoin will accumulate like this. Given the ETF, a lot of inflow to the Bitcoin, so there is a chance of local stability a little bit before panicking. When stock market will start falling, that's the time when the panic will start, because Bitcoin is still risky asset. It is less risky now than 4 years before in the previous cycle, but now, given still Bitcoin is more risky than S&P and stock market, so this is a good region to watch, 53 or 38. Now, Ethereum. Ethereum is very interesting. So given when Bitcoin started running to 52, Ethereum also broke the previous top here. Now the question is, today is today and tomorrow is very important for Ethereum, that whether Ethereum will able to hold this breakout or it will make a small divergence, a small deviation and come back. Now, interestingly, for Ethereum, the price was had little bit of divergence in daily time frame. The RSI was lower low, lower low, while price were higher high, higher high, and higher high. But recently, that RSI started balancing. So in this case, RSI started ramping up, but it is still, RSI is still down in comparison to the top when the price was 21K. So uh, that is actually a very big liquidity grab if this will come back here. If this continues, then you might see 30,000 and retesting to 27K before it start rising. Interestingly, in stochastic RSI, it is overbought. So there is a sign of uh, reversal, but we don't see weakness until now. Today, tomorrow is very critical for Ethereum. And in 4 hourly, you can see how after a quick flash out, how it rises. Very, very encouraging for altcoin market, because the altcoin depend on the uh, how the performance of Ethereum. Now, what is the upside and downside in macro scale Ethereum? So the Fibonacci is this top to bottom. I showed you how to measure the Fibonacci. Take the Fibonacci tool, retracement from top to bottom, and this is the golden pocket, 618786 in between, and this is here. So this is weekly Fibonacci coming from previous cycle, and the liquidity is over here, that is around 35K. Will Ethereum has enough potential to go all the way here, or it will just reverse from here? So all the given factors, RSI, stochastic RSI, it seems that there will be local pullback, and that pullback, is it until here or it is all the way here? So that will depend on how S&P behaves. If S&P crossed completely like other cycles, then most likely there will be larger pullback than this lower low. Now, also it depends how Bitcoin behaves. If Bitcoin stays in 25K above, then most likely the ETH will defend this low. If Bitcoin lose the 25K support and revisit near 20 and 16K, most likely Ethereum will hit much harder. But since given the Bitcoin uh, new cycle is coming less than 90 days, so likely there will be small plus out also in the altcoin market before it start rising. So how are you enjoying? Please comment below. So this is a very new channel. Please help me by hitting a like button and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And please write me what do you want to hear. Please write the altcoin which you want to hear. I will explain. So the previous Ethereum resistance was over here during the Bitcoin ETF. And that resistance is now tested. Now, if it breaks, currently it is breaking in weekly time frame. If this week Ethereum managed to hold above 27K, that's huge for the altcoin market. Then many altcoin like Injective, Kaspa, they will start running. So as you can already see, that in the bubble, in the crypto bubble, that it is today, it is already green. And you can see Say, Deem, Pete. I mean, they are very new coins. And they are now running IMX, Tau, ADA. So ADA is from last 2 cycle. Bonk is new coin. So if these coins are running, then you can see how bullish is the market. Yeah. So, and you can see in the month, Pendle, Tau, Pete, Beam, IMX are the winner. SAT is a little bit down, but it has already had a big run. It is now resting. Weekly, almost everything is green. Monthly, some of them are red and turning to green. Daily, almost everything is green except TIA and EX. That's a very bullish market, isn't it? Like small altcoin are running. Amazing. So yeah, and the downside, Ethereum, the during the Bitcoin ETF approval in January, so there was a little bit weak over here, and then quickly it recaptured the previous top. And that is 21,068 until 22,056. Mark this price. If Ethereum can hold this price, then there is more upside to retest 35K. If it breaks this support, then there is a chance to revisit this 19K, 18K, 19K, or even in the 12 and 15K, 16K. So interestingly, the important is how Ethereum is behaving with respect to Bitcoin, because Ethereum can run quite like fluctuation. The range of Ethereum is quite high, but important is how well it is behaving with respect to the Bitcoin. That's the important one. So, and let me quickly see if I have, oh no. All right, so I can do it together with you here. What do you think? Yes, I can do with you. So take the here, and this is the lower side support. So if you are very new, learn to respect the support. And currently it is just near the support. So if the Ethereum with respect to Bitcoin lose this support, then there is a lot more downside with respect to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin start losing the steam from here and go back to 32K, most likely Ethereum will revisit to lower zone, which normally happens before the halving, Bitcoin halving. Yes, as you know, the halving is coming in less than 90 days. And in upside, there is also the resistance over here and short-term resistance. Sorry. So, and short-term resistance is over here. So, but it is coming in very critical region. Either it has to break out or it has to break down. Which one will be? So if the Ethereum goes 35K, then it is likely this case. If Ethereum go back to 18K, then most likely back down. But as of now, this line, the support is stronger than the resistance because the support is from the previous cycle and the resistance is from this cycle, just here, short term. But this is in weekly time frame. What is doing in daily time frame? Daily time frame, it looks like so far it is restricting in this small region and something is going to happen very soon. Let's see what the uh, other indicator is saying. The stochastic RSI is saying that it is started gaining the strength. RSI is saying that it is started gaining the strength with respect to Bitcoin. So it looks like the support here is respected, and most likely this is going to happen, at least for short term. And that means that Ethereum is likely to visit 27K to 30K or 35K. Please watch 30K and 35K for Ethereum. And if that happens, then Solana, Kaspa, Injective Protocol, Kujira, they will start flying. Doge. So this is the overall market structure. So please let me know which altcoin do you want to hear, and I will explain. Kujira has been called in my channel. Kaspa has been called in my channel in very early stage. So if you want to know more about this, follow my channel, write comments what you want to hear. I would like to hear your favorite altcoin. I can chat for you and discuss with you. And about follow me on Twitter, and I will update you when some major news will come. Until then, please trade safely, my friend, and use the the link of exchanges to win the bonuses, and that will also help to contribute my channel. This is a very new channel, so I would appreciate your liking the content if it is useful for you, and feel free to suggest me what you want to hear. So please stay safe. Very critical phase of the market, and until then, see you next time. Bye bye.